Most leadership teams I've worked with have a relatively clear strategy, a roadmap, a plan, commitments made to the board. Where things usually break isn't the plan, it's execution. The gap between what gets agreed on and what actually ships. I've seen the same pattern for 12 plus years across growth, product, and commercial roles at companies like PwC, SoundCloud, and OEO. Busy teams, clear goals, outcomes that still slip. Closing that gap means getting focused on what actually matters and cutting the rest. At Euvic, that usually means stepping into teams where things are already a bit behind and helping them get the right work shipped on time. The team can be shipping features, closing out sprints, and still not moving the business. Output and outcomes, they're not the same thing. I started noticing this early in my career. Teams that looked productive on the surface, but the results didn't follow. Activity fills calendars, but it's outcomes that actually move the business. The shift starts with getting clear on what success looks like at the business level, then focusing on the work that drives it. At Uvic, we don't start throwing engineers at a problem. We start by understanding the outcome the business needs, then shape the delivery around that outcome. Many product teams skip a step. They prototype, get a bit of positive feedback, and go straight into building. A year later, adoption isn't there, and no one's quite sure why. At that point, it's usually not execution. The problem was simply never clearly defined. Strong teams separate discovery from delivery, building to learn versus building to earn. Discovery is about learning. Are we even solving for the right problem? Now, delivery, this is all about execution, building once you have conviction. Skip discovery, and you're just building the wrong thing faster. Clarity first, then engineering. When I take a first meeting, I show up with questions, not a deck. I want to understand your strategy. What did you commit to the executive team? What was committed to the board? And where's that gap between that plan and what's actually getting delivered? Before I go deep with engineering, I really want to understand the CEO's perspective. In my experience, a lot of what shows up as a technical problem actually starts at the business level. The goal is making sure the solution ties back to outcomes, not just technical requirements. Over the past 12 years, from international expansion to running a SaaS company in Denmark and Germany, I've learned one thing: start with the business problem, then bring in the right technical capability.